Hey guys, quick guide on the Lumi team. It is pretty straightforward, but some people have been having a bit of trouble with it. There are some guides out there saying you can full auto it. To be honest, you can, but you're better off not. My mods on Lumi, I just made it fast, a little bit of damage. Kit Fisto, this is the one that's probably the most debated, or there's two ways of doing it. You either do what I've done here, which is you make them as fast as you can, put your fastest mod set on them, and then you do play it a little bit differently. So for this run, bear in mind that I'm running a fast Kit Fisto. Some people prefer to run a slow one. The difference is the commander droid has a dispel. If you go fast, like this guy, like I've got him modded, you have to do a basic first and wait for him to use his dispel, because what you're trying to do is, after he's dispelled, you use Kit Fisto's Turn the Tide. That gives your team potency up, along with other characters that give you heal over time. Those two things boost these guys' offense to ridiculous levels, to the point you can just one-shot waves. And one-shotting waves is the name of the game here. But if he loses the potency up, and your whole team gets it, by the way, if they all lose it from the dispel of the command droid, you won't do much damage at all. So it's all about timing that part of it. So I've got him at 313. That you don't need him that fast. Full disclosure, I've actually run this with his with really crappy mods. As long as you get him quick, I find it easier. But I have run him in slow mode. See what works for you, but the main thing is the mechanics. We'll get into that in a minute. Qui-Gon, these are his mods. I've got him always at. Mainly for Gak. Plo Koon, again, just his mods that he comes with. Ayla, I did stick mods on. I think I used Cam's mods. You want a fast offense set with some damage. Not essential, but make your life slightly easier if you can. So getting into the run here, and I'll just pause and go to full screen. So sorry about that stuff down the bottom. So the main idea here is, as I say, the commander, which is this fella here, he's always got the icons, the locked icons. He does come up in different places, normally one of these three, but he will go and dispel whatever you do. So you can see I've got Kit going fast, so he goes first. So don't use this his special, just do a basic. You can see the turn order. I'm trying to highlight things with my mouse as I played this. So no one's got anything, no one's got any buffs, just basics. You see when Lumi gets hit, she gets a heal over time. It's in part of her, there we go, part of her leadership and part of this raid. Whenever they get a heal over time, it increases their offense. So you can see there's also a high counter-attack chance in these guys. So they're counter-attacking. They're not doing a heck of a lot of damage at the moment. You can see 14k, but they're not killing anyone. Use her heal whenever you can to get more dots. Ayla, mash buttons, but same with Mr. Plo. He does have a nice AoE, but probably should have saved it. He doesn't generally get in trouble, but save his healing. Qui-Gon's abilities, he's got a dispel on this third, which you want to save in case Droideka rolls up. Otherwise, you can use the middle when you want. Now, so this is why I run him fast. So this is Kit's second turn, and if you look at the turn meter on all these guys, he's about to go do his hand wavy lunge thing. Didn't do a heck of a lot of damage, but you see he gets the potency up, and so does everybody else. They've also got heal over time. So you watch the next attacks when we do a counter. You see that special damage, 8,201, 8,221. Doesn't look like a lot, but it's because they've got potency up and heal over time. It starts to ramp. So we're just going to keep going here. There we go. Oh, I missed it. 17,000 that time. Another AoE. See, we're getting ramped because every turn we take with those buffs, and the more heal over times, the more you ramp. Just keep going. In the scary area, 15k specials, 15.8. You see what's happening here. They're starting to melt pretty quick. If you use Kit Special and the command droid dispels you, you don't get any of those ramping bonuses. That's why you wait if you're running him fast. If you're running him slow, he will go after the command droid, and you play it the same way. But I find it's much easier to make him go fast, because you get into this repetitive pattern where, here we go, you can see he's got his specials on cooldown. If he's slow, sometimes you have to take another turn. If you make him fast, like I've got him here, you pretty much start every wave with his basic. Here goes the command droid, which this time is over here. And sorry, I've paused that, but you notice that they've kept their bonuses from the last wave. He hasn't had a chance to dispel them, and boomer, we actually do quite a bit of damage. And Lumi comes in with a, hey, don't forget me. And again, we're actually going to get through this reasonably easily. This is before the command droid has actually taken a turn and had a chance to dispel. So, see, there he goes, he just dispelled there. I don't use it, or do I? No, I do, sorry, that's a trick. Only use it if you're going to end the wave, or you're going to be absolutely sure the command droid's not going to take a turn and ruin your day. It does carry over to the next wave, so you see I've got it going into this wave. I've got the potency up, which is the cross and bullseye, and I've got some heal over times on everybody. They're ramping their damage. I'm in space, I'm checking the modifier for the charge, which is the triple chevron one. It's not there, so generally I like to go just 3, 1, 2, use number 2 to dispel if it is the triple chevron. Number 3 is great, it gives you the lock potency, and if you can use that early, you just get to go through and smash them fast, and you can see I'm way ahead of Enrage. I'm still doing huge amounts of damage. I can pause at the right time, 18k per hit, and that's per assist, so when you see the 4 or 5 of them charge out there, that's why they're killing these guys. Again, I'm just biding my time. You see Kit's lost the potency, but I know he's got his move off cooldown. Here we go. We've got the chevron modifier, which is the bonus turn after you go. You want to be real careful, make sure this command droid goes before you here, because even if you think you can outrun him, when you take a turn, one of them randomly gets a bonus turn, and if it happens to be the commander, he will dispel you. So I'm looking at that, looking around, yeah, I've noticed it, and no, don't do that. Looking at the turn order, oh, I did it anyway. That's a misplay, not gonna lie. The chances of this guy getting the bonus turn are actually pretty high, and you can see that his turn meter is really high anyway. I do manage to kill them beforehand. I said it's a misplay, but hey, I can get away with it. But this guy could have got the bonus attack, and there he's dispelled. Better off to have basicked. You don't need to rush this. If you plan it right and you're timing those potency ups, you're going to be way ahead of Enrage time. This is R5 level, by the way. It works exactly the same on R7, and I've heard on R8 it's not bad at all either. So I use the dispel there. Sorry, I went over that probably too quick, because they have the chevron, the triple chevron, triple arrows, whatever you call it. That's the one that gives them the bonus turn. Real bad news, you don't want steps taking bonus turns, so I use the middle, destroy the dish, dispel. Again, I'm just looking what to do here. You can span that middle from quite long. They've got provoked, which reduces their counter-attack damage down to next to nothing. You can see, even though I've got all this stuff, I'm not actually doing a lot. I use it anyway. The actual damage is pathetic. That's because of provoked, but the special damage is also affected by provoke. So you really want to take out those steps as soon as you can. But even with all of that going on, because they've all got counter chance, they all get in there. These guys have got the lock shock from the space ability, so they're not going to heal as fast, I should say. Okay, so probably not the ideal way to play this wave. A better way to have played it would have been to have held off using his special until you've killed the steps. But we'll get through it. Again, as long as you're roughly ahead on percentage, so the last wave you've just got to get to before you hit 100. Again, I use it now because I've actually played this whole wave all the way through and had to loop again because of the misplay at the start and having to get through the steps with provoke. Okay. Again, these guides that I do are never showing you perfection. They show you what happens in reality and how to get out of some situations. You can see we've got all our lovely buffs and we're attacking, and you can see we are now really starting to ramp up. And Droideka, oh good on you, he rolled up for me so I can show you the Dispel. I'm thinking, do I use it now? I do, because I think I'm going to finish the wave. Oh, Lumi's got a Dispel in her middle, always forget about that. And I know I'm going to finish the wave pretty easy. I did have Qui-Gon's third ability Dispel as well. Yeah, again I'm checking, as long as your score is higher than that percentage, generally okay, because you get the last 200,000 in the last wave. This is the second to last wave. I've got the chevron again, so you could argue bad RNG, but it doesn't actually matter too much, I believe. No choice here. This one gives you massive damage on your first attack, so we're going to target these steps. We really want to get rid of them as soon as we can. So there's my 999, one shot, and then the next one. Does he actually get a turn, or do I kill him before? You can see the damage I'm doing. Pretty irrelevant, but do kill the steps so you don't get that provoked. And that's actually the end of it. So you can see I've made it to the last wave. I've probably got about 80%, 86, plenty of spare time. That was with 1 or 2 bad waves. If you get to this point, you don't need to save his special buff, because even if he dispels it, you're going to survive and hang on and just generally do what's happening here, which is kill them. There he goes, he dispelled it. So now we're back to normal damage, and you'll see that we when we do, I'm trying to work out what the dispel is here, it's the right hand one. Even now that it's a good time, even though the wave's over, it's a good time to show you what happens when you don't have that potency up. You can see the damage is pretty minimal. It's not nothing, but it's still, you're not one-shotting him like you were before. And in fact, I believe I don't actually kill this guy until he uses it again. Potency up, suddenly you're getting this special damage coming in. And there we go. So that's pretty much it. So the main points about that is you're looking at this crosshair. It comes from Kit Fistos. He's the only one on the team that does it. You want to make sure the command droid goes before you use it. So if he's on anywhere near like this sort of 2 meter, full 2 meter where my mouse is or above, just wait. Start with the basic. Get that pattern going. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, have fun.